I must, for myself, examine the reasons I left the comfort of Kaldahar for a journey to Deeping Dale, the place of Isilor's birth. It is much like the assignments given to me by Uncle Oswald and Isilor himself. When Isilor left those lands near the Inner Sea for the spine of the world, he told his fellow Druids he would send a student to replace him. This, I told myself, was why I left. But now, as I sit by the warmth of a fire in Mirabar, I realize what Isilor must have already known. I remember the details vividly. It started many years ago. The year was 1310 Dale Reckoning, when scouts from Bern Shander, the largest of the 10 towns, first reported sighting Goblin warbands. Within weeks, a river of goblins had flowed forth from the spine of the world, and above that wave of death sailed a banner bearing the monstrous heads of the Chimera. The militiamen of the 10 towns would have been the Dale's only defense had the forces of fate been against Bern Shander. But Albrecht Dinsmore, the mayor of the town of Targos, urged the council to send a messenger south to the port cities of Luskan and Neverwinter. Luskan had problems of her own, but fearful of repercussions, the captains of Luskan devised a simple plan. Throughout the city, they posted notices promising wealth and fame. With lean work in the northern port city, many mercenaries and thugs were lured to the ships that would take them even further north. And so their ships crept through the sea of moving ice and onto the Shangarn River. They bragged of the deeds they would perform and the castles they would purchase. Lost in their reverie, they were blind to the throngs of goblins and orcs that lay in wait. Only a few ships survived the assault. Those that continued up the river watched as the town of Bremen burned. One of the 10 towns had already fallen. Many wondered, as I often wonder, what difference only a few can make against so many, and in the midst of such terrible circumstances. Uncle Oswald said that Merdualden was full of sunsets that day. So many ships coming up the Shangarn had been set aflame by the goblin hordes that they burned to the waterline in a row like a flock of fiery geese. Some leapt overboard and tried to swim to shore, only to be cut down by orcs when they arrived. Others clung to the hulking infernos and were inevitably consumed in the flames. The rest dropped into the icy deep, snowflakes off Death's shoulders as he shrugged over the dale. So many had died already in the attacks that the failure of the Luskan forces to arrive was but a sigh, a comma in what was to be a rather long story. Only a few small ships made it through to Targos, where my uncle was watching from the upper reaches of the town. Many villagers were too busy repelling enemies at the palisade wall to notice a few sad, sorry stragglers make it into the port. The sun burned behind the horde and cast a cloak of shadows over the heart of Targos and all within. It was into this shadow that uncommon mercenaries were thrust from Captain Hedron's ship, the Wicked Wench. Like many other mercenaries in the town, these few had come from Luskan. Unlike the others, their journeys would take them far beyond the rude palisades and bloody fields that lay ahead of them.
Well, here you are, straight from Bremen to the scenic shore of Targos herself. Now that you'll be seeing the skeleton of the town you'll be defending, you sure you don't want me to take you back? Now don't be thanking me just yet. If we meet again, just remember I offered to let you stay in the ship, so don't be cursing Hedron Kerdos for dropping you off in this place. Well, the ones the Goblins didn't tear down, the people at Targos did. They're building a wall around the town, and they need all the lumber they can get. Damn wall won't keep the wind out, much less goblins, by my tell. Well, there's not much to tell. But the dock here isn't the town. Targos is up on the cliff above. Mostly decent folk, but most of them have left for Bryn Shander. Well, I spend most of my time on the floor of the Salty Dog when I stay the night in Targos, which isn't often. With all the mercenary bands holed up in Targos, there may not be a place in town for you to rest. If the local inn can't put you up, just come back to the ship and I can spare a bunk or two for you to sleep on. Or if you want, you could probably slip into one of the abandoned warehouses to catch some shut-eye. God knows I have after a long night at the Salty Dog. It's just off the dock. Step a yard or two to your left and you'll be at the dog's door. Just watch your step in there. It can get a little rough. Not right away. We've got cargo to unload, so you might not be saying the last of me just yet. Besides, you still might have a change of heart once you head up the cliff and see Targos for yourself. Aye, the cargo that's standing here talking at me right now. Get off with you. If you be seeking your fortunes, you won't be finding it on the decks of the Wicked Wench. Well, you'd want to be saying the lord of this place. Ulbrecht's his name. Good enough fella for a lord. Scale the cliffs to the main town. He's bound to be in one of the manors up there. Snag one of the locals. They can guide you better than I could. You can thank me by not following foolish orders and coming back in one piece. As guests go, you've been saints aboard my ship. I got a place for you if you ever be needing it. Town seems a mite quiet, though. And Magdar, the harbour master, hasn't come to try and bleed a few coins from me for a docking fee. Watch yourself. Could be trouble in the wind.
What? I guess.
Hello everyone, Random Gamer Riven here on behalf of Randomized Gaming. So this is a quick introduction, bit of commentary to Icewind Dale II. So now that the opening cutscenes and dialogue are played out, it's mainly just pointing and clicking. This was released in 2002, and it was the final original Infinity Engine game. It was developed mainly by Black Isle, and it's probably one of the weaker of the 5 titles that used it, although I would always say Baldur's Gate 2 was the weakest, but I always quite liked Icewind Dale II. Primarily because it mainly just goes straight into the action, so there's a lot of fighting very quickly, as you'll see here, as we defend off an attacking Goblin horde. So you will see me pottering around in the menus and inventories during this gameplay hour. We're going to show you the whole first hour. Basically, we're going to show you the whole section where you have to basically defeat all the goblins and notify the main guy in town that you have defeated the Goblin horde. So we're going to wade through them all, rescue the civilians and do a few of the sub-quests. These games were quite menu heavy, just as a quick warning, and I will be picking up just about everything I find. But it's part of the course if you were playing these games for real, because what you'd do is you'd pick up the items and you'd go to the shop and sell them to get the gold. And you'd always have at least one mule character who'd basically be carrying all the stuff for sale. We haven't actually covered any of the Infinite Engine RPGs before on PC, and I think it was time we finally actually went and showcased one of them, as I spent a lot of my teenage years wading through these classics. I have played all of them, but the only one I haven't finished is Planescape Torment, and that is a slight notch against me. I should actually sit down and finish that at some point in the near future. Icewind Dale II is the only one not available in an enhanced edition at the moment. Apparently there was some issue with them not being able to find the source code at present, but who knows, it might appear at a later date. It is, however, available in original form on some digital distributor services, so you can still buy the original version. I'm actually using the original CD version with a patched version of the game. And yes, I can confirm Icewind Dale 2 does install correctly on a Windows 7 PC 64-bit without any issues. This is one of the cleaner retro installs I've had to get to run on my system. Just pretty much insert the disc and away it goes. But I should know about on the patch, the European version comes with 2.1 90,000 on disc. The patch actually takes it up to like 2.1, 100,000, but it's not clear because they're both called revisions 2.1. So if you do have the European version, do download the final 2.1 patch, as it will actually fix a few issues. Even though they're both the same core revision, the build version number's actually slightly higher. Really, they should have called it 2.2, the final patch. But yes, you should download the patch even if you think it's up to date. Double check because it might not be. Okay, I'm not going to say much more. I'm just going to let this first hour play out and we'll see lots of goblins getting chopped up. But all there's left for me to say is for you to enjoy the rest of this hour of gameplay, and if you like this video, please do let me know, and of course always hit that like button, and if you like our content, please do subscribe to us as well, and you can hit that bell button as well. I don't feel I need to commentate over it because A, it's going to take ages, and B, I think I'll let you, the users, enjoy the game as it is. I did try to skip through the stuff fairly quickly, so I wasn't delaying. You should be able to just about read it, but if I do move a bit quickly, by all means just pause some of the menu selection. But I didn't want to take too long reading it all out loud because otherwise that would just really slow down the video. But anyway, this is Icewind Dale II.
Something interesting. This won't be a problem. Ugh.
Yes. Consider it done. Fools are already dead.
A petty task indeed. Fine. Just please tell me this isn't going to take long. This won't be a problem.
What is it you require? I see.
This better be a petty task indeed. Ugh.
Huh? Sounds good.
Right. This won't be a problem. You know I'm your best. I'm always ready. This won't be a problem. Of course. Lover.
Time to crack some bloody skulls.
Fools are already dead. What is it? I will succeed.
What? If you so...
What can I do done?
What if I must?
Something interesting, I hope. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? I guess. This won't be a problem.
Ready. Good. Okay. Good.
This won't be a problem. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this?
I am indomitable!
Try to keep this short.
What do you have in mind?
Prepare yourself.
Fine. Just a petty task indeed.
Okay.
This better be good. What? Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this?
I'm listening with pleasure.
You know I'm your best, I guess. Let me show you boys how it's done.
Let's see what you sods have got.
I'm always ready.
At your service.
I'm ready. I'll do it.
Something interesting, This won't be a problem. This won't be a problem. Fine. I guess.
What? Sure.
This better be good. I guess. I guess.
Yeah, I've got it.
Tell me what to do. Done.
Can I help? Okay.
What? Don't stand against me.
I'll leave no one alive.
Immediately.
You know I'm your best.
I am ready. I see.
I'm always ready. Well, this is somewhat beneath me.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
I'm listening. I am
You have my attention.
indomitable.
As best I can. Yeah, good.
What'd you want? I'll handle it.
Huh? Fine, fine.
I will succeed.
Ready. Yeah.
Yes, I'm on my way. What is it? Consider it done.
What? Good.
What? I'll handle it.
Something interesting, I hope.
What'd you need? Right.
Await instruction. I see.
Can I help? Sure.
What is it? Fine.
This won't be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Fine. Just please tell. Of course. Lover.
Time to
Victory
crush
will
some
be
bloody
ours!
skulls.
I got him.
This better be good. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? I guess.
What can I do? I will succeed.
What? This won't be a problem. You know I'm your best.
Yes.
You want me?
I'm always... This is somewhat beneath me. Something interesting. This won't be a problem.
I'll teach
I
you
guess.
milksops how to fight!
I'm waiting.
You'll
Death
die
to the
my
enemy.
way.
What do you desire of me?
Fine. Just please. This won't be a problem.
What is it you require? As best I can.
I'm ready. Consider it done.
Oh, done and done.
Tell me done. I'm listening. I will succeed.
This better be good. A petty task indeed.
As you wish.
Go on, done and done.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Taken care of.
At your service.
What'd you want? Done. Let's see what you sods have got!
I see.
Huh? Sure. Ready. Uh-huh.
What? Right.
What?
What'd you need?
Hmm.
You know I'm your best. I guess. Don't
To the
stand
pain.
against me. I'm always ready. This is somewhat beneath me. A petty task indeed.
I'll teach you milksops how to fight!
Let me show you boys how it's done.
What? So be it.
Something interesting, I hope. Boys, you better stand aside and let this woman get down to business. A petty task indeed.
I will slay you.
Let me show you boys how it's done.
If you so desire.
Fine.
Yes, I will succeed.
This better be good. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this?
I got him.
I'll teach you milksops how to
I'm
fight!
ashamed.
They're not going anywhere.
Fools are already dead.
Of course. Lover. You know I'm your best. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? I'm always ready. This is somewhat beneath me.
Your death is at hand.
You want me?
Victory will
Some
be
bloody
ours!
skulls.
Is that all?
I am indomitable! Death to the enemy!
What if I must?
Fine. A petty task indeed.
What? I'll do it.
This better be good. This won't be a problem.
Prepare
What
yourself.
if I must?
What? This is somewhat beneath me.
What? Very well.
You know I'm your best.
To the pain.
I'm always ready. This won't be a problem. Something interesting, of course. Lover. This won't be a problem. You'll die
These
my
are
way.
already dead.
I'll try to keep this short.
Let's see what you sods have got.
Fine. Just please, of course. Lover.
I am ready, as you wish.
What is it? Fine.
What is it? All right.
This better be good.
Time to crush some bloody skulls. Oi. Right.
You know I'm your best. I'm always ready. This won't be a problem. Something in a petty task indeed. Of course. Lover.
What?
Fine. This is somewhat beneath me. I guess. This better be good. This won't be a problem. But what exactly do I get out of this?
What's going on along the shore? I heard something about an attack on the docks, but no one could tell me anything for certain. Goblins were attacking the docks? By the northern winds, how did they get past the palisades? Wait, do you know if my mother's all right? She has a house along the docks, and could be the goblins got to her during the attack. Oh, blessed are you. Thank you. She's a cruel woman with a northern bite to her, but I still don't wish her any harm. Here, take this. It's the least thanks I can give you for lending a sword arm in her defense, especially for all her spit and fire. Ah, look who's come back aboard. The great Goblin slayers of Targos. What can I do for you? Aye, look who's come back aboard.
What can I do? Consider it done.
You know I'm your best. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? Of course. Lover. I'm always ready. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? This won't be a problem. Of course. Lover. A petty task indeed. Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this? This is somewhat beneath me.
Can I help? Fine, fine.
Something in, of course. Lover.
Okay.
This won't be a problem. A petty task indeed. Of course. Lover.
I'm ready. I'm on my way.
Fine. Just please tell me this isn't going to take long. Ugh.
Tell me what to do.
This better be good. This is somewhat beneath me. What? This won't be a problem. This is somewhat beneath me. This won't be a problem.
Who are you? If you're one of the mercenary companies, then your place is at the docks, not here. I've received word we're under attack, and every sword is needed at the cliffs. Whoever you are, if you want to serve Targos, then you'd best have brought me word of what's happening at the docks. Rumors are flying through the streets, and the people are in a panic. I need information, and I need it now. That's the first piece of good news I've heard since these raids began. You've done well, and are to be commended for your efforts in Targos' defense. I would ask you to excuse my rudeness when you first arrived. These Goblin raids have been chipping away at my patience, and they could not have come at a worse time. I need to know how these Goblins were able to reach the docks without being detected. There was no warning from the palisades, and they were not sighted passing through the main town. Damn it! I ordered those caves sealed not long after we drove the smugglers from Mayor Dwalden, but it seems those Goblins sniffed them out anyway. What concerns me is that sapping takes time, even if they were able to break into the old smuggler tunnels. That kind of effort takes planning, and it means the Goblins had to be kept focused for weeks, perhaps months. These raiders are more organized than I suspected. As you no doubt already know, a force of Goblins has gathered in the region, and they have been testing our defenses. They are well armed and well organized. Their attack on the docks is proof of this.
At first, it was just a few raiders, a stray arrow over our walls in the night. Then a merchant caravan from Bremen was attacked on its way to Targos. I sent 2 of my best scouts out to track down the attackers, but they could not find the Goblin encampment. Then a band of Goblin raiders attacked the walls of Targos itself, an act almost unheard of. We drove them off, but there were casualties, and the attack has forced me to take measures to strengthen Targos' defenses. I ordered the construction of a palisade and several small catapults outside the town, supervised by the commander of the Targos Guard, Shawford Crail. Yes, you'll report to him for your orders and your wages. Time is short, and there is much to be done. Your station will be at the palisades beyond the north gate. I will send the gate guard instructions to let you pass. Very well, but time is short. Emilia and Braston, 2 of my best scouts. They've been gone for almost a 10-day without a word, and I'm worried that they may have run across the Goblins. Still, they've survived worse, so I hold out hope for their success. No word yet on when they will arrive, but a force is on their way. Until then, we'll have to deal with the Goblins as best we can. As you know, a force of Goblins has gathered in the region, and they have been testing our defenses. They are well armed and well organized. Their attack on the docks is proof of this. At first, it was just then a band of Goblin raiders attacked the walls of Targos itself.
You know I'm your best.